What's up, everyone? Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Steam Scout. Today we're checking out Tiny Keep. What is Tiny Keep, you might ask? Well, for lack of a better word, it is a tiny roguelike action dungeon crawler. It's developed by Phigames and published by Digital Tribe. It was originally released on mobile devices before first making its Steam debut, and you'll see some evidence of its lineage as we dive in, but I think it survives the translation well, which some mobile games do not in their efforts at a full PC release. So enough jibber jabber, let's jump in and begin our daring escape. I will show you the options menu when we're in game, as the full options menu is not detailed here. I'm not quite certain why that is, but we'll jump back in there later. We have New Game Plus, which I suppose unlocks after you beat the original 20 levels of the dungeon. I, however, have had 9 prisoners perish, as you can see there. And I gotta say, this game surprisingly snuck up on me with its difficulty. It's got this kind of cute aesthetic, which you'll see more of, which to me is one of its strengths. So we've got a little simple basic character creator here. I can choose some various headpieces. We can, of course, make a lady if we like. We can change up the color of outfits as well. And I gotta say, as simple an addition as it is, some game developers forget that black people play video games, and you know, they include a darker skin tone, but it always looks strange and out of place with their universe. But anyway, here it looks fine. So we'll make a little hero here, a little chippy hero. Give him an Assassin's Creed hood. He's trained by Altair. And so you can see I can choose between levels that I've already completed out of the main 20 floors here. However, the game sort of disincentivizes you from doing so, because all of the gold and passive abilities that I would pick up on those previous floors does not come with me. I jump in on level 5 bare bones, and it's already picked up in difficulty by then, so I don't recommend it. Anyway, let's get started. So the game does randomly generate all the dungeons, which is great, and it's kind of, I guess, a trademark of the roguelike genre these days. But it's always great, as it keeps variety up, and you're never running through the same place over and over again. So we'll let the intro ride here, since it's our first time jumping in.
I'm out of here. Hey, I couldn't wait for you to wake up. You sleep like the grave. I'll leave the door open for you. Don't take too long, and be careful. And you best find something to protect yourself with, because those guards are not going to be happy to see us leave.
So that's Maggie. She's our narrator for all intents and purposes. She leaves little snippets of parchment around the dungeon, which kind of help you progress and give you a sense of atmosphere. And also, her voice actress is great, and she really contributes to like the vibe the game is going for. So we can see our controls here. Left trigger sprint. I can block and attack with right trigger. Special is on B. I don't know what that does. We can move and look with the sticks you would expect. You can play the game with keyboard and mouse, of course, although I don't really recommend it. It doesn't feel as good, and it makes me even wonder how the game worked on mobile. Quick looking at options here, we can see it's expanded out. We have individual volume sliders, gamma, screen shake, which you can turn off, which I've done because there's some points where it gets really excessive, which maybe we'll run into, but fortunately it's off. And not too much in the way of customization there visually, but you know, you wouldn't really expect that in a tiny little mobile port. So we are weaponless, as Maggie has just opened the door and abandoned us. So, okay, so the game's is introducing its physics system there to us. Alright, so here's another, here's a kind of a half-baked idea that the game has. We can release other prisoners, and they'll follow us around and fight with us with their bare fists. We can't really do too much for them, though, unfortunately, because I think we'll just let them handle this. Get them, boys! Oh, they did pretty well. But you can't give them weapons, or you can't even take them between floors in dungeons, so it's kind of a one-time deal with them. This guy's frightened. He's so frightened he set things on fire. So the AI is not great, so I gotta be careful to keep my guys out of that, because they will just run straight through it. So let's look for our sword here. There's another trap here, a spike trap. Gotta watch out for those. We need to find our sword and shield so we can start fighting back. Don't trigger the trap, guys! So they can take a little bit of damage before eating it. You'll see probably in the combat sections a little bit later too that I would appreciate some health bars. I think that would be helpful. You can see mine at the top left of the screen there, but sometimes when we get some more devious enemies, you're always wondering, like, should I run or can I take this guy? But maybe that's part of the feel they were going for. There's our sword. All right.
I had to use it. They didn't give me a chance. They were going to take me to one of those cages. Take this. I can't bear to use it again.
Maggie left a note on top of that dead body. How many people did you kill, Maggie?
A guard fell asleep and I was able to just take this from him. It's going to be a long way to the surface. I think you should have this.
Alright, so now we got our sword and shield. I can raise my shield with left bumper. Blocking is essential. You always want to try and counterattack if you can. Wow, it's like the most people I found on any one level. This room. This design is so sinister. And you'll see you'll see some of the problems with the companion AI as we try to get this chest. So I'm all excited. I'm going to get a chest. But I have to get horribly impaled to get any loot from this. And of course, we're going to lose all of our followers here. So they're pretty liberal with the health pickups. Oh, they survived. Man, these ones are tough. So they're pretty liberal with the health pickups, fortunately, on the first stages. But as the game starts to ratchet up in difficulty, we won't see them too often. Let's see if I can pick up some coins from smashing here. So as we defeat enemies and collect coins, we can purchase passive upgrades, and we'll see that as we encounter one of the locations where we can do so. There are these little wells. We'll run into one at the end of the floor. Alright, we're doing alright. So swinging the sword feels really good, and the game's got a really nice physicsy weight to it, although I do have some contention with parts of the combat, which we'll kind of outline as we come to it. Get them, boys. Wow, these guys are handling business. I wish I could take them to the next floor. That'd be great. Got a posse here. Alright, so let's pull up our map. I'm really not a fan of the map. It's a really strange style they're going for here. I guess it's trying to look like hastily scribbled in the dark low light of the torches in the dungeon, but it's just kind of a mess and it's difficult to read. Well, I mean, it helps you get where you're going, but it looks really muddled. Alright, so we'll run past our health pickups. We don't need it. There's some more health, which we don't need. Looks like that guard there had a mishap with that trap. Man, these guys are handling business. This is great. Alright. More health, which you don't need. Let's see if we can get some coins here. I really want to smash these pots. Why can't I smash these pots? Alright, so we should be nearing the end of the floor here. Oh no, did one of my guys set off with trap? Alright, you're alright, guys. Alright, so we made it to the end of the floor. That was pretty successful. Our followers were doing work. So here's our upgrade well. I can pay 15 coins and receive a passive upgrade. Let's see what we get first. Lightning reaction. You're able to deal attacks faster than before. So it seems like our sword swings are faster. Another stack of lightning reaction. 3 stacks of lightning reaction. So there are 100 coin wells as well. However, in my opinion, it's better. Oh my gosh, what happened to them? They knocked over the fire, I guess, and they got burned up, and they died at the top of the screen, even though they couldn't come with me. That's unfortunate. But so you can save up the coins and pay for $100 passive buff, which to me is not worth it because I'm gonna skip Maggie's forward here. To me, it's not worth it because even though the buff you get for 100 coins is better, I can get 6 of the lesser buffs, which stack, by the way, as you've seen with lightning reflexes here. I can get 6 of the lesser buffs with 100 gold. And the advantages of the 100 coin buffs, like one, for example, is, I get kind of a slow level health regen over time. It's not worth the instant upgrades. Wow, what is going on, man? These guys getting messed up by traps. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy running the trap here. So, AI's not great, but they throw so many enemies at you that you don't feel like it's a shortcoming of the game that, if the enemy AI isn't great, the difficulty ratchets up nonetheless. But yeah, back to... Man, we're getting so lucky. Back to the upgrades. To me, that passive health regen is not worth it. Instead, where I can get a lot of upgrades, which sometimes feel like essential. So hopefully we'll see some more of the upgrades here in this level. But I get some that allow me to move faster when my shield is raised. And look how slow this guy moves. Dreadfully slow. This dude moves when his shield is up. I can block arrows, by the way. Oh, slow motion on him. So some of those passive upgrades you get, like moving faster when you walk backwards, moving faster when your shield's raised, hitting more enemies at a time. These are the 15 coin ones, mind you. Make the combat a lot smoother and more responsive, and they almost feel essential. So to me, there's no point in saving your gold unless you're starting to really make a lot of bank. Alright. So we're cutting fools down. I think this lightning reflexes one is pretty great. I don't think I've ever had it stack like this before. Wow, we got lots of followers too. That guy is frightened and useless, so he'll just run around screaming. So we got 2 followers. And 3. Wow. We are getting lucky on these runs. Alright, so let's move through here. Okay, so here's one of our 100 coin wells guarded by 2 of these archers. My followers are handling business. I like it. But yeah, so I can try and save up, or I can, get 6 passive buffs like I was saying earlier. And to me, it's like I can die before I have time to spend that 100 coins. You gotta spend this money, man. It's like a metaphor for life, yeah? So, the audio design to me is just a little bit lacking. You may notice that, Maggie's telling us that a boss is coming. You may notice that the swings, although they feel pretty good, like the impact is kind of missing. Oh gosh, we'll see some evidence of that with this brute here. Oh no! There's blazing inferno. Oh no! You guys fought valiantly. I'm proud of you. I think we got to try and kill this little guy first because they make things so much more difficult. Fortunately, I can block this giant guy's swings here. We just want to make sure we don't get swarmed. That's when things get bad. But yeah, maybe if there were some sparks that came off of my shield when I block, or his. Because, the only feedback I get that I've really landed a hit is you'll see this kind of blood splatter, which can be easy to miss. Oh no! Oh no, you poor thing. Alright. So, there we go. Landed some hits there, but it's a little difficult to Man, that fire did a lot of damage. That guy takes way more hits usually. So, you know, the combat, although it feels good, and perhaps these kind of contradictory statements, although it feels good, there's still a sense of like oomph or impact or that's missing, and I think it would have really elevated it. Okay, so let's go to the end of our level here. I think we found most everything. And then we'll head to the 3rd floor, and we're pretty soon we'll see a new zone with some different enemies. I think we have to get past one more floor. So I'm not going to save these coins, man. You only live once. Let's... And by the way, there's no persistence. Another lightning reaction. So you can't carry the coins with you anyway. There's no persistent store, persistent upgrades across characters. You have to use everything in one go. And I respect that style. It makes the game more punishing, however, because you lose everything. So Serrated Blade's really good. It makes our hits stronger. It's kind of like a crit chance almost. So another thing too is I've noticed there doesn't seem to be any active abilities. I'm not sure if that is the case in the entire game, but it seems like a really glaring omission if that is the case. I did see a new weapon in the trailer video, like on the Steam store page, so I imagine that there at least is a variation there, and I suppose the game is challenging enough and that it would be fine if, you know, there was only 1 or 2 weapons. It's a small little game. I mean, it's a mobile port, but I don't know, I think active abilities would really help make the game more interesting. Although, I suppose it's part of its lineage, you know, it harkens back to the fact that it was designed to be kind of a little brief pickup game, you know, for mobile devices. So if you can't really include the depth that comes with equipping your followers and you know, different weapon sets and loot drops and all that sorts of things. They're going for kind of a tough little, sometimes crushingly difficult dungeon crawler roguelike, and I think they've succeeded with that. So now we've got some colored doors. Basically, we just need the correct keys, kind of like Doom. You know, you need the red key always. Oh, let's Assassin's Creed this guy. No, I was sneaking up on him. Well, you did handle it, so I can't even be upset with you. I don't know what this cauldron does. I've tried to attack it. I've tried to do all sorts of things. I couldn't get anything to happen with it. I gotta be careful. I can hit my friend there. So we gotta find one of our colored keys, and then usually, once you found one, you kind of find the next sequence of colors behind that door, and so on and so forth. The archers generally try to run away once you get close to them, which makes sense. Alright, so we found our blue key. I think there was blue door. Oh, way back at the beginning. We're going to have to go there, though, most certainly. Okay, this is our exit. Got it. So you can see at the top there, my serrated blade damage took effect, which I think is like a crit. So I noticed these guys usually take 3 hits if the serrated blade gets them. It takes 2 hits to take them down. So I gotta try and use these environmental things a little more. Like you can see I can knock over the fire there and make traps for enemies, which is pretty effective, as you saw with that boss we fought in the last stage. Alright, so here's our blue room, and then we can see our next color key here. Alright, we're doing good. We're making waves. I hate those weird traps that shoot out of the wall. You gotta be careful here for these spikes, though. So, because of the strong physics nature of the game, there's usually a lot of collision objects, like in the environment. And you'll notice your character will get stuck on things sometimes, like those spike traps I got impaled on, and my character was stuck, and then I got swarmed on enemies to a horrible, horrible death. Okay, let's see. Looking for the purple key. That's the last one we need. Let's see if I can show you something I figured out earlier. Do you see the archers? They're hitting their own guy. That's a really good advantage from using this kind of very physics-based combat system. Is you can have a lot of dynamic things like that take place. Alright, so green door should lead us to our purple key. Let's have this archer help me out. Good job, man. There's an ability that allows you to hit more than one enemy. Did you see him? He was trying to cut and run. Oh, too bad, friendo. But, yes, there's an ability that allows you to hit more than one enemy in a swing. And something that I feel like is almost essential in the later stages. As you can see, I can only hit one guy even though I line them up both with my sword. Because eventually, you do start to get overwhelmed by the number of enemies that appear. Excellent. We're doing good, we're doing good. So, the key to exit the level, or, well, I don't suppose it's a key on this floor. Well, you'll see. Alright. Now, what is this? I don't really know. Let's let Maggie explain.
I don't know what the skull thing is, but
she doesn't either.
Against it. It looks older than even the dungeon walls themselves. It's different to anything else I've seen. I'd better take it with me to keep it safe. This place doesn't feel right. There's probably a good reason why that skull is bound in chains.
So Maggie said she took a sword with her, which is, I'm assuming, one that we'll get later. Hopefully we won't find it on her cold, dead body. Maggie! Maggie, no! So, this is one of the reasons why I turned screen check off. This thing would be going crazy. Something doesn't feel quite right. What could be going on? Ah! Skeletons! So, I've seen no advantage to sticking around to fighting these guys. We just gotta book it. And you cannot leave the level until you have activated that statue. Let's go, let's go. Oh, I forgot where the exit is. Oh, the guys are fighting each other. That's cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Let's go. We gotta book it. Oh, man. Alright. We gotta lure him. And then we're gonna sneak around. Run, 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 run. Oh, man. We're okay. We're okay. Yes. Okay. We're safe. Gotta buy some abilities. Gotta buy some abilities. There's escape artist. Run backwards faster. We're out of here. This is getting too dangerous. And fortified body. We can take more damage. So yeah, that escape artist ability, run backwards faster, it makes the combat feel better and more responsive, but it's almost like, shouldn't I have been able to move that way in the first place? Alright. So what is my conclusion on Tiny Keep? It's a good little game. I think much better than some of the others. It holds up, you know, in its transition to a full PC. Oh, I forgot about this thing. This guy has insta-killed me before. We need to run. I don't know if you can kill it, but I'm not even going to try. So, oh, by the way, you can see our little jungle kind of palette change here and some orcish enemies. But yeah, I think it's a good little game. It's lacking in some depth, you know. Active abilities would be nice. more weapon variety, things like that. But I don't think that's what they were going for. They just wanted to make a fun little jaunt in a roguelike adventure, and I think they succeeded. Now, is its price point fair? To me, $10 is a bit steep for what they're asking here. Not that it's not fun and I haven't enjoyed my time with it, I have, but I still feel like a sale would suit it better. So, that's your call, though. If you like what you've seen here, I definitely recommend checking it out. That's Tiny Keep, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we get. I feel like this is a good run. I'm gonna beat the game on this run. Have a good one, guys.